Let me ask you something. Have you ever really wondered what a human being is capable of? I'm not talking about just getting a little better. I mean a radical, almost unbelievable transformation. To really dig into that idea, we're going to look at one of the most extreme examples on the entire planet, David Goggins. So, Goggins pretty much lives his life by this ancient battlefield philosophy from the philosopher Heraclitus. And it's a brutal breakdown of humanity when the pressure is on. Most people are just kind of there. Some are real fighters, but only one, just one, is a true warrior. And that one simple idea, that became his entire life's mission. So that's the real question, isn't it? It's not about being born a warrior. It's all about becoming one. So let's break down the blueprint that Goggins literally built from the ashes of his own life to figure out how he did it. To really get the warrior, you first have to understand the abyss he had to climb out of. You see, his journey didn't start from zero. It started from a deep, deep negative. I mean, just look at how far down he was. At 6 years old, he's living in a state of constant terror, dealing with horrific abuse. Fast forward to age 24, and he's just a shell of a man, almost 300 pounds, working a dead-end job, and totally haunted by the fact that he'd quit on himself. And then, a simple TV show about Navy SEALs, that became the spark. But here's the thing. His transformation didn't start with push-ups or running. Nope. It started right here, with the tool he invented for himself, the accountability mirror. And let's be clear, this was not about looking in the mirror and saying positive affirmations. It was the complete opposite. The accountability mirror was his way of stripping away every single lie and excuse to face the ugly, raw truth of who he had become. His approach to this was so methodical. He created this ritual, shaving his head to signal a totally fresh start, and then having a brutally honest conversation with the guy staring back at him. Then he basically weaponized that mirror. He plastered it with sticky notes of his goals, and this is the important part, all of his deepest insecurities, forcing himself to look them in the eye every single day. And this quote right here, this captures the entire point of the exercise. It's not about feeling sorry for yourself. It's about taking total ownership of your failures so you can turn all that negative energy into the actual fuel you need to change. So with this new fuel, Goggins launches himself into one of the most brutal places on Earth, Navy SEAL training. And this is where he forged the mental tools that would come to define his entire philosophy. To survive this, he had to make a fundamental shift in his thinking. You can see it laid out right here. He had to move from that victim mindset, which, let's be honest, his past gave him every reason to have, to what he calls an armored mind. That meant no more blaming others. It's all on you. No more looking for comfort. You start actively chasing discomfort. So one of his key concepts is something he calls taking souls. Now think about it. In BUDS, the instructor's entire job is to make you quit. Goggins realized that if he could show them, and maybe more importantly, show himself, that their attempts to break him only made him stronger, well, then he would gain this incredible psychological edge. He could, in his words, take their soul. And here are some real-world examples. His boat crew didn't just survive Hell Week, they attacked it. They found these little ways to defy the pain and the instructors, singing during surf torture, doing extra push-ups when everyone else was collapsing. They were sending a message, you cannot break us. And in doing so, they started to feel unbreakable themselves. All right, his second big tool is the cookie jar. Imagine you're at your absolute limit. You want to quit more than anything. The idea is to mentally reach into the cookie jar and pull out a memory of a past victory. It could be anything, overcoming a fear, passing a tough test, just surviving a hard time. It's this powerful reminder of the obstacles you've already conquered, and it gives you the strength to push through what's in front of you right now. Okay, this brings us to what might be his most famous idea. It's a concept that completely reframes how we think about our own limits. It's the 40% rule. The rule itself is really simple, but it is so profound. When your mind is screaming at you that you're done, that you have absolutely nothing left in the tank, you are actually only at about 40% of your true capability. You see, the theory is that our brains have this built-in safety mechanism, a governor, like in a car engine. Its job is to keep us safe and comfortable. The 40% rule is all about realizing that this governor is lying to you, and that real growth, the good stuff, only happens when you learn to consciously push right past it. So what's the point of all this? Is it to finally achieve success and then, just relax on a beach somewhere? Not even close. The real goal is something way, way deeper. And this, right here, this is the heart of it all. This is the real prize. It's not about the trophies or the money or a life of ease. The ultimate reward is self-mastery. It's earning that quiet internal confidence that no matter what hell life decides to throw your way, you've got the tools and, more importantly, the will to face it and get through it. And so at the end of the day, we're left with this one question, the very question that is the engine driving Goggins' entire philosophy. What if I could do more? What if I'm capable of things I can't even begin to imagine yet? What if I haven't even started to scratch the surface of what I can really do?